What's up, guys? So this is the first real week of training after the meet. I'm just really trying to sort out, what exercises, variations, set rep schemes I'm going to end up doing. So the next week or so, I've settled on a split. The next week or so, I'm like I said, sorting out the movements and variations I'll be doing. So on Sunday, I'm doing pulls and bench press. I'm basically combining 2 days into one, just sort of out of necessity and time. I have a lot of time on Sunday mornings, so I can get a lot of work in. This is also going to be a very accessory dominated day too. After these, of course, I don't film my accessories because I don't. Nobody wants to watch me doing these movements, much less fucking cable rows and good girl, bad girls, and things like that. But again, Sunday is going to be like my main working day. Uh, I'm also cutting weight at the moment. Sunday is going to be Saturday night through Sunday afternoon is going to be kind of my refeeding, and have most of my calories around that training. So on this Sunday, I did. I'm using a fat bar here. It's the same length as a traditional power bar, but it's as thick as a squat bar. I'm pretty sure this is how I'm going to work my pulls. I'm going to work up to some sort of top set on deadlifts, because I don't want to lose the skill there at all, the motor patterns, and then I'll be using block pulls and building some volume and weight on those, just because it's easier on my lower back to get in some volume. As such, bench press, I worked up to a heavy single and then did close grip Larson presses. I may or may not leave in the close grip Larson presses. I'm going to do some pin presses next Sunday, see how my shoulder likes that, and try to work some of those in before I settle on what I'm going to do on this training block. And of course, the accessories are very much upper back and tricep dominated. On this day, of course, some hamstring curls thrown in there too. Good girl, bad girls, lat pull downs, hammer curls, etc. Like I said, Sunday, I think I was in the gym for probably 3.5 hours on this Sunday, and that's going to be Sundays for the foreseeable future. On Wednesdays, I will squat, so I'm giving myself 2 days off after Sunday. And on this squat day, I worked up to a 505 for a single. Moved relatively comfortably. The most unesthetically loaded 505 you'll see on YouTube. But again, it moved well, followed by some beltless 3x7 at 315. I botched filming on one of these sets. And some plat squats for volume afterwards. I'll probably work in some pauses at some point. The plat squats, they feel okay with lightweight and high reps, which I'll probably keep those at least for this early part of the off season. My quads could certainly use some gains, as that's, they're not weak, but it's probably the weakest part of my squat. As my squat is pretty much dominated by my hamstring and my glutes, so the quads could definitely use the help there. And again, just sorting through, figuring out what I'm going to do, as we progress into a structured off season. I'm really, really focused after how shitty the meet went. I feel like I've got a chip on my shoulder again that I've not had in a while. I feel relatively healthy. The back feels pretty good right now. The knee is the knee, but it feels as good as it has in a while. And that's another reason why my quads are probably on the weaker side right now. I really haven't got to hammer them like I want to because of that knee. So that's what I'm doing there. And then on Thursdays is my secondary press day. I'm doing OHP right now. I don't know if I'm going to stick with that or not. Kind of doing it right now because I don't like benching on my bench at work. It's a little narrow. My shoulders don't like it. The position to unrack it, I would like it to be a little bit higher, and it's not adjustable. I'm actually having a competition spec bench built for me. Mike at Kahula Iron who donated the belt squat attachment for the grand prize for my deadlift competition. He's building me a bench. So I will leave the link to his Instagram in the comment section if you guys want to go check him out. He does a lot of custom work. I won't have that bench until, I think he said he's going to start building it in November. He's swamped with orders right now due to Candido posting that belt squat attachment. I think he's getting flooded there, which is awesome. I'm glad for him. But yeah, when I get a good bench here at work, I'll consider switching up. But that's why I'm doing OHPs right now, because I don't want to bench on my bench. And that's my secondary bench day for right now. Threw in some suitcase holds after these. Simultaneously working my core and my grip. It's mainly for the grip right here. I could certainly throw on a strap and do way more than one plate. But I'd like to progress with it as a grip movement at first. And then maybe, as we go into the off season, get into finding a meet, things like that, maybe start overloading it with a strap. But we all know my grip could probably use the work more than my core could right now anyway. So that's what's happening. I want to find a meet early next year, and I want to get a good meet in. Possibly get a sleeved PR. And by the end of next year, in a USAPL meet, the goal is 300 squats, 235 bench, and 300 deadlift. I would be happy to hit those by the end of the year. I've hit those numbers in training, not the sleeve squat numbers, but enough to get that total. I've hit in training under those circumstances. So it's certainly possible. I don't know if they've released the national qualifying totals yet for next year or not. I haven't looked into it, but I would assume that would qualify at super heavy, even though I'm cutting weight. Everything above 264 super heavy in USAPL. So, that's what's happening right now, and that's the goals. Peace!